An amazing story coming out of Russia now, where the pilots of this Airbus have been called heroes after managing to safely land it in a field of corn near Moscow. There were 233 people on board. At least 74 were hurt, some quite seriously, but everyone survived. The Ural Airlines flight had just taken off when it hit a flock of gulls. Now, let's just show you a picture taken from a passenger video. You just see these marks here. Those are some of the birds just moments before they were sucked into the engines. The Airbus was heading to Crimea, but it made an emergency landing in the field. It had no working engines and no landing gear at all. Let's just show you the moment the plane landed. You might notice how quiet it is. Everyone holding their breath until touchdown. You can imagine what those seconds were like. Now, the Kremlin says the pilots will receive state awards for saving the life of every person on board. Passengers agree they deserve a lot of praise.
We've just crashed, but those pilots were amazing. Full respect to them for getting us down.
Suddenly something happened. We all thought that we'd fallen into a hole. When we landed, it was a hard blow. We must pay tribute to the pilot because, given the situation, he landed the plane as softly as possible.
Just after the takeoff, I don't know how many meters we were from the ground. Then I heard a sound like...
Well, it's been compared to the so-called miracle on the Hudson. You might remember 10 years ago, this US Airways flight splash landing on the Hudson River in New York City shortly after takeoff. Famous event there. It too had hit a flock of birds.